My name is Ambassador Olusegun Akimboja Mulimora. I'm the National Executive Secretary, Association of Cottage Industrialists of Nigeria.
Yeah. So, what are we having? Are you satisfied with the way government roll out grant for the SMC?
Let me say, this will be the second thing APC government has been doing in Nigeria. During the last regime, we have free CAC registration. The first is subsidized CAC was the first one. The second was free CAC being registered for MSME. That gives nano micro enterprise in Nigeria to have access to their certificates and registered a lot of businesses in Nigeria. Now coming to this loan now crown everything and give a great opportunity, because my association is the only association in Nigeria that is talking about nano, micro and small enterprise in Nigeria. Nano take 95% of the economic of this country. So this nano, they don't have access to loan, they don't have access to health insurance, they don't have access to house insurance, they don't have access to so many opportunities. Like this loan now, if you don't have CA certificate, you cannot access this loan. Now we are fighting now, we want to talk to the MSME head, the BOI, we want to talk with the SA to the president on MSME to please give us opportunity of this free certificate again. So that by the time we get all this, we'll be able to move fine. But this loan is the best we can have in this regime and in this hour.
So what we have seen, how accessible this loan? Because we hear series of this.
Actually, to access the loan is very simple. Number one, you create your account. After creating your account inside the portal, then you go in to log in and put in your CA certificates. You know, many MSME people don't go to school. They need to prepare what you call a business plan from the beginning before you log in into that portal. But most of them will not prepare the business plan. They will just log into the portal, start putting so many things. So at the end of the day, they will not be able to achieve the success of that registration at the end of the day.
Okay, sir. Finally, this message needs to drive home to the grassroots.
Yeah.
How have you been able to sensitize your people so that they can give you, number one? Number two, those other people that they don't have CAC, how are you also exercising them so that they can also get it and to be able to qualify for this kind of thing?
Yeah, thank you very much. In our office, we have a desk for registration for CAC. If anybody is a member of our association, to register is just 18,000 naira now. So they register with 18,000 naira to get their CAC certificate. We are doing it for them, which they can pay it instrumentally, so that they can access the fund. We are doing it for our member. This association spread across the whole nation. As I'm talking to you, we have coordinators in all the local governments in Nigeria that we are working on. So we have been doing this sensitization because we have heard of this for the past 6 months. So we have done a good structure and put everything on ground. And we have the best.
Your name once again.
My name is Ambassador Olusegun Akimboja Mulimora, the National Executive Secretary of Association of Cottage Industrialists of Nigeria. Thank you.
My name is Precious Gilbert Akpan. I'm the Director for Training and Mentorship, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Forum Organization of Nigeria.
Or how can you define this network making?
It's a beautiful program, and we pray that everything will go successfully well. Because so far so good, we've been hearing of grants, loan, but I think this is the time they've called this town hall meeting, and we've all gathered here. We've heard them speak, they speak to us directly, so we are sure we're on the right track. So this is a very good program.
So how are we sure that this will get to the right person that this?
Yes, why it will get to the right person? Because they actually call the grassroots. They call the NGOs, the organizations, stakeholders that are actually driving the MSME sector in Nigeria. So most organizations that are the real drivers of MSME in Nigeria, they are here. So it will get to the grassroots.
What's your best advice to the participants of this?
To just follow through with due processes. Follow through with due processes, whatever they ask us to do. If you are to go online, if you are to liaise with your national directorate, whatever you need to do to get to be able to participate, you just have to be part of this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ambassador Precious Gilbert Akpan.
Nigeria Association of Small and Medium Enterprise, and the deputy chairman for this committee on the BOI federal government intervention.
Yes.
I'm here on behalf of the national president, Dr. Alaji Abdurrashid Yerima.
Yes, as a member of NASME, I would say that NASME is closest to the people. How are you really sensitizing the people
Wow.
based on this?
Let me give you a background. NASME is the umbrella body of MSME, meaning that this funding is for NASME members. And for us to have credible members that will access this loan and pay back, under the leadership of Dr. Alhaji Abdurrashid Yerima, the national president, he set up a special committee under our business development arrangement in NASME. And this committee come up with a special package. One, for you to be a beneficiary of this, we need to capture your data. We need to know you. We need to know your credibility. If you have any outstanding loan in any bank, NASME has set up the committee that will screen people that are having that are defaulted in one loan or the other, and their name is with Bureau of Credit. If you are there or you are a victim of such, you will not be benefit from this loan. But if you have not, we will forward your name on the standard template of BOI to BOI. And from there, they will start the process of applying. In furtherance, NASME is organizing capacity building for all our participants on what? Loan management. 2, working capital management. We want our people to collect this money and pay back. It is when they pay back that others will benefit.
How has your relationship with this present regime been as somebody that is?
It is a question that you have answered. If you don't have any good working relationship with the present administration in Nigeria, we will not be here. NASME is in the board of MSME committee in the office of the vice president. We have a sitting member there. NASME as the umbrella body of MSME in Nigeria. It covers a lot of things that any intervention now we are ready to work harder than before. Dr. Prince Ajishefini Ayodeji Tajudeen, popularly called the Agaban of Enterprise.
Honestly, I'm really impressed that the government is taking as such. If you check all over the world, no country can strive effectively without SMEs. MSMEs are the bedrock of high-performing countries in the world. And for them to have this kind of thoughts and to move towards driving it for Nigeria, I think it's a good one for the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also for the stakeholders that's involved.
Okay, what will you advise them to do in order to get the acceptability of the people? Because even when they are talking, that is, you don't need to know anybody. Some people are also in this Nigeria.
You know, I think the key word for me is being able to bring it to the media. People need to know the level of exposure of this program is not so much in the country. People are doubting it. But I think the government needs to intensify more on its publicity of this program. In the villages, rural areas, in the towns, using other stakeholders and influencers to push out what the government has. It's a very good initiative, honestly.
Thank you.